Hi, I'm Emily Bushman Ietaka, your friend in real estate. I'm at the West Valley YMCA in the San Fernando Valley to talk to the executive director, Gary Ocampo, about what's going on at the Y. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm here today with Gary Ocampo. Am I pronouncing that
Yes,
correctly?
you are.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Gary is the executive director at the West Valley YMCA here in the San Fernando Valley. And I was hoping that Gary could share some information about the YMCA and what this particular location offers to the surrounding community. So thank you so much for talking with me today, Gary.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having, this opportunity to come up for us. It's really great to be able to just talk about the Y.
Yeah, I know you've been involved with the Y for a long time. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and how you became the executive director here?
Yeah, of course. So this year will actually mark my 13th year of being within the association. I started off at this branch, actually. I started off as a youth instructor. So I used to teach guitar, cartooning classes, sports classes, photography classes. So a little bit of everything. And kind of over the years, I was able to expand to membership, HL, back office. I was able to get some opportunities and go to our Ketchum downtown branch. I was there for a few years, and I went over to our Mid-Valley branch, which is the one in Van Nuys, doing some associate executive work there and also some back office admin stuff. And then August of last year, I was able to come back over here in my exec role. So kind of full circle kind of thing for me, starting off here just being very, very like, oh, it's just a job kind of thing. And then over the years, really finding that passion that I do enjoy being here. So yeah, I'm excited to be in this role.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you back. And right now, can you tell us what room we're in right now and what happens here?
Yeah, of course. So this is our youth center that we have in this space. We have a few different rooms that we have different programming. Youth center for us is such a huge multi-purpose room, honestly. Yesterday we had our karate class in here. Thursday we're going to have CISA and VITA come out to do free tax prep for the community. We often have blood drives in here. I think our next one is in June, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be also in this room. We also have our youth in government that has all their meetings and delegation meetings in here. And youth in government is one of our oldest programs that we have, and it's a really wonderful program. It culminates in our kids going up to Sacramento for the weekend. They basically take over the Capitol, really. They go into the chambers, they vote for the next year's youth governor, they debate about bills and different things like that. So it's such a great experience for the kids, and it's a year-long experience that culminates into that Sacramento trip.
Wow. And how old are the kids that are doing that program?
So youth in government is more for the high school age kids, so pretty much 9th through 12th grade. We also have a Model UN that we're starting to kind of start up for us, which is more geared for the middle school kids.
Okay.
Model legislation is basically something other than youth and government. It kind of, goes hand in hand, but it more focuses on kind of international relations where, they take on a country and then they kind of look at the issues that are happening there and kind of create, bills and legislation that will really help that country. And then again, that also culminates in a very big get together where they're able to present all of their ideas and just kind of mingle with everyone else that are also part of other nations.
Wow, that's incredible. I had no idea that there was a program like that happening here. And how do kids get involved in that?
Yeah, so Model United Nations, it's open to pretty much anyone. If anyone's ever interested, we have our regional youth teen director, who's Kevin. He oversees not only youth and government, but Model UN. And all you would have to do is really inquire with him, and he would be able to kind of give you more information about it.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, wonderful. And what else have you got going on here at this location? I mean, many people have some knowledge of the YMCA, but I have a feeling that there's a lot more that goes on here than most people realize. And you've already shared some really amazing stuff.
Yeah, of course. So a lot of what people know us as is simply a gym and swim, meaning people would just come in, use the gym, they use our pool, and then that's kind of it. That's all they know the Y to be. But really, the Y is one of the oldest organizations in the state of California, specifically in Los Angeles. We were funded over 144 years ago at this point. So we have so many different kind of things that really have put together what we are as an association. One of them being really kind of came top of mind once the pandemic happened. It really did shift our focus because if it shifted the focus of everyone really, where we really needed to focus on not only the food insecurity portion of folks going through the pandemic, but also the mental health aspect of it, homelessness, all of the things that really kind of arose during the time of the pandemic. We really shifted into those. So one of the things that we started offering at the beginning of the pandemic that we still offer to this day is produce distribution. So we give out free produce to the community. We see about 200 families come in every Wednesday, come through our drive-through line. We pack up boxes, load them into their cars, and then they go about their day, and they're able to not have to worry about like, oh, well, I can't pay for groceries. So at least we're able to alleviate a little bit of that, and it helps them kind of in the long term. And of course, they tell their friends. So it's an always growing program that we have that is very volunteer driven. So we're always heavily relying on volunteers to come out and help us with that. So that's just one big aspect of it. We also did a lot of during the pandemic and the years of the Zoom classes for the kids, we actually shifted into having learning pods here at the branch. So we provided free Wi-Fi. We had staff here to help out the kids, but we had this room, actually, we had probably, I want to say maybe 10 tables in here set up for a bunch of kids just to be on their Zoom classes. So again, something else that we shifted into because we knew that it was needed. Right. And then we also started offering a shower program that we offered to those that are unhoused to be able to come in, shower. I've had so many great success stories come out of that. People thanking us, telling us, hey, I appreciate this program. Because of this, I was able to actually get a job, and they actually stopped coming because they didn't need it anymore. So right. There's so many success stories and so many things that happen that are outside of just our gym and swim. That really kind of cultivates and motivates what we do here. And that's just, being here for the community.
Right. That's wonderful. And there are ways that people can volunteer so they can offer their support to the community as well, correct?
Yes, of course. Like I said, we're always accepting volunteers. All you have to do is go through a sign-up process, volunteer process, where you do have to clear some trainings, some background checks, and that's simply because we are always around kids. So we want to make sure that anyone that is wanting to volunteer and help, they're good to go, and we don't have to, and it also clears them to help out at any YMCA. Once you clear with one branch, you're able to actually help with any branch.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know too. All right. Wonderful. And then you have classes for kids, and you have summer camp opportunities, and you have the Child Activity Center. And I know summer is around the corner, and a lot of parents are going to be looking into camp. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of camps you have here for kids?
Yeah, of course. So during summer, again, this place just transforms. It's always kind of working space. I like to kind of tell folks that, like, you'll see a room 1 month in a very different way, and then a few months later, it's going to be completely different. So it's always changing. So for summer, for us, it's going to be kicking off in June, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we're in the midst of preparing for that. So usually what we have, I think we're going to have about 70 campers this year at the branch level, where they're going to be having different activities. We're going to have different vendors come in to do field trips basically with them. I know last year we had the fire department come. We had some snakes, lizards exhibits come in. We had some science opportunities come in to teach the kids about different things. So every day is a little bit different, but each week is kind of structured to have a theme. So there's superhero theme, there's sports theme. So there's just different things that happen every single week, and it's very structured, and every kid tends to not want to leave when it's time for pickup because they're just having so much fun. So again, you just have to simply sign up for it, and you can choose what weeks you want to attend, whatever is more convenient for you. And everything is on our website as well that allows you to kind of scope in on what you really want to get out of the camp experience.
Wonderful. Great. And I can vouch for that because my kids went to camp here and they didn't want to leave either. They have fond memories of coming to camp here. So, and they also learned how to swim here. Yep. So that's wonderful. And is there anything that's on the horizon that's coming up? You already mentioned summer camp, but is there anything else in the works that you want to inform people about?
Yeah. We're always growing. We're always trying to do more things for us. One of my goals is to obviously continue being impactful into the community. So one of the things that I'm currently working on is creating a computer lab for us here. So one of those opportunities that kind of presented itself, and it just makes sense to have a computer lab, especially in the community that we're in, serving our community that is primarily those that are, lower income, middle income. It allows them to learn because a lot of them are, first time, American citizens, whatever residents that are coming from, Latin American countries, Middle Eastern countries, Asian countries, where they may not have had that experience to learn how to use technology. And technology is such a big thing for especially kids in school, just because, they learn through computers now. That's where they check for homework. That's where they check for anything coming up that they really need to focus on. So it's really kind of bridging that gap between, parents that don't know how to use technology at all with kids that are incredibly versed in technology. And it's always surprising to know like how much a kid knows just by messing with an iPad. So for us, that's one of my biggest goals, is to really create a community hub where we're able to provide that space for parents to come in. We can teach them how to use things and kind of help relieve that stress where like, hey, I don't really know how to help them log into this website or access this file, whatever the case is. So that way it creates that more of a bond between the family. So that's kind of one of my goals, is to really create more of a community hub for us. And I think our computer lab will be just a nice little kickoff point for that.
Yeah, that sounds great. Do you have any idea when that might open up?
I'm hoping within the next month or so. So yeah, we're hopeful that it'll be soon.
Okay, you could probably check the website maybe, or where can people learn about that when it's ready? Like if you're not a member, but you're intrigued by what you're learning here, what do you recommend people do?
We have so many different outlets. We have the website, which is always kind of updated. We also have our Instagram page, where we kind of update it and just put on display the different things that we do offer, just to get people a little bit more versed and knowledgeable about the things we offer. So those are, and then of course our Facebook page. So those are kind of the three different things. And for those, you just have to look up West Valley Family YMCA for all three of them, and you'll be able to find them.
Okay, great. And I know from being a member myself that coming in, I can always get great information when I just come in and talk to somebody at the counter. Yeah. And you also have some great classes. Like I've been enjoying, you have Pilates, you have strength training. I think you have a cardio bar class that recently started, perhaps.
We just recently launched that.
So there's, more information if you want to look into that. Any other classes? Like there's the pool. Mm-hmm. There's opportunities for adults to swim, and there aren't any kids in the pool, so you can enjoy it to yourselves. And I mean, there's really something for everybody here at the Y, and there's even more going on than I realized when I asked you to do this interview. So I'm really like, oh, wow, this is fantastic. Do you have any like amazing memories, like any favorite memories here that you want to tell us about?
There's just so many different things that have, especially with how long I've been here, there's so many different communities that I've been a part of. There's been different stories I've heard over the years where it's just kind of, from lighthearted to very like, oh wow, like I'm so sorry that you're going through that. So it's just been such a huge kind of collection of stories. But I think for me, one of the ones that definitely stands out is we had a family come in who was actually experiencing homelessness, and it was, they were living in their car. So one of the great things that we love to do is obviously we never try to turn anyone away, regardless of what their background is, what their income is. We try to work with them as much as they can. So we were able to, connect with the parent and kind of figure out like what they're comfortable paying. And we were able to get them into the facility. They were able to get into sports because sports is included in your membership now. So whenever you sign up for a membership, you actually get soccer for free. You can do basketball at the Mid Valley branch. And those are all included in your membership. So you don't have to pay extra to take your kid to go do a soccer league anywhere else. Like you can all do it here. So it's such a great benefit. And the mom, broke down in tears just because she was so appreciative of what we were able to do for her. And her kids were so excited to go into not only soccer, but all of the other youth programs that we have. So karate, ballet, the hip hop class that we have. We're in the process of getting gymnastics back. So there's just so many different things that we offer that are included in your membership already that it's such a huge benefit for families. And again, she was just so appreciative of it. And that those are kind of the stories that really this is why I do what I do.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. The reward when you finish your day, I'm sure, is just so satisfying, and to know that you've done something for other people. And so I am especially grateful for the opportunity to have talked to you about that, and that I could share it with others, that this can go out. And I'd love to keep in touch and know what's going on in the future. The YMCA is always doing everything they can to support the community. That's why I really felt it was important to talk with you. And so I look forward to hearing more what happens in the future. And I wish you all the best, Gary.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for this opportunity.
You bet. Take care. And thank you, everybody.